Hey guys, it's Kirby, and today we're going to talk about the live action adaptation of Death Note. That's right, we're talking about anime. Now, I myself am actually a very huge fan of Death Note. It is probably in my top 10 favorite anime of all time so far. And I just wanted to go over some of the details and talk about what I personally think about this movie. So, sit back, relax, and welcome to Kirby's Comments. Now, rumors about a live-action American adaptation started way back in about April of 2009, and I believe it was officially announced in April of 2016 that Netflix had bought the rights from Warner Brother, who bought the rights back in 2009. Now, playing the role of Light Turner is Nat Wolff. Now, I have nothing against Nat Wolff. I actually used to watch his Nickelodeon show Naked Brothers Band when I was little, and I loved it. I was a kid. It was a great show. And I don't really have much of a problem with him playing Light. I'm hoping that he can do a good job. I have a lot of hopes for this, and I'm going to try to continue to look at this with optimism. Now, we're going to talk about Margaret Qualley, who's playing Mia Sutton, which I'm guessing is Misa Amane. I don't know who Margaret Qualley is, and hopefully she can do a good job. But, of course, the main thing that we want to talk about is the person who's playing Elle, Keith Stanfield. Now, from what I know so far, Keith Stanfield is actually an amazing actor. It seems like he might do really well with this part, and I actually think that he can play a really good Elle. There are many people who are worried about him playing Elle, and I'm going to get into the reasons of why people have a problem with him playing Elle. Now, other than Ryuk, Elle is actually my favorite character of the show. I even have a little plushie of him, and if you haven't seen the original anime, this is what Elle looks like. And here becomes our first problem of why everyone who's a fan of the show has a problem with Keith playing Elle. Now, a lot of people said that this movie was being whitewashed and they should have Asian actors, and at first I agreed with that. They should have Asian actors playing Asian characters in this American movie. But in a way, I kind of understood where the director was coming from and why he decided to change that. He's making an American adaptation of a Japanese anime, and I would understand if he wanted to put American actors in it. I understand. There's already a Japanese live action, and in case you guys didn't know, the character Elle isn't Japanese. He's English. He's from England. And Watari is also English. But the main problem people have with Keith playing Elle it's not because he's black, but it's because he's black. It has a lot to do with the fact that the character of Elle, his aesthetics are very important to his personality. The reason he has the dark circles under his eyes is because he doesn't sleep too much, and he's always eating sweets, and he's very socially awkward, so he's supposed to look very strange and awkward. He sits in a certain way because it helps him think better, and he's always giving these percentages, and he's just, he's a very technical type of person, and he's supposed to look very awkward. He doesn't have any friends. He's just a very awkward character. Now, a lot of people really love the original character's aesthetics, including me. Look at him. He's adorable. And actually, fun fact, the original creator, whose name was Tsugumi Oba, asked the illustrator, whose name was Takeshi Obata, excuse me if I'm butchering names here, I'm very sorry. He actually asked for Elle to be a very unattractive, ugly-looking character, and I thought he was adorable. And the aesthetics are just very important to Elle, and that's why people are upset. And I was honestly very, very upset when I first heard this. But I have faith in Keith, and I'm actually hoping that he can pull off Elle's personality so well that I won't mind the aesthetics anymore. And, I would understand why they would obviously want to put a character like him. I mean, you have an entire cast that's now white, except for the person who's playing Watari, which I'm sure is Japanese. His name is Paul Nakauchi. And it's funny that the only Japanese actor is playing a character who's supposed to be English. Now let's move on to Willem Dafoe, who I am honestly most excited about when it comes to this movie. I love Willem Dafoe. He played Green Goblin, and Spider-Man was one of my favorite movies growing up. And he just has a very great voice, especially for a character like Ryuk. Ryuk is a dark god of death. He's a Shinigami. And Willem Dafoe just has that type of voice that I feel can really bring Ryuk to life in an American version. The main reason I'm going to watch this movie is because Willem Dafoe is playing Ryuk. I'm gonna watch it anyway because I'm a fan of Death Note, and I'm hoping that this movie has a lot of potential, but Willem Dafoe is the main reason I'm watching it. Now, since there are changes to the race of the characters, i.e. making pretty much everybody white, it obviously makes sense why they would change the names. You're not going to have a American actor, Nat Wolff, playing a man named Light Yagami. You're going to need a different last name, which I understand. I think that it's a dumb last name. I honestly don't like it. No offense if anybody's last name is Turner. I just don't think it rolls right. I feel like there could have been a better last name. Now, Netflix released a teaser roughly a week ago, and it's not a full trailer, it's just a 1-minute teaser. And so far, it looks like it might be okay. I'm still very worried about it. I'm afraid that they're going to change the story a lot. I'm afraid that they're not going to stick to the original material, which I'm pretty sure the director said he wasn't going to. I'm honestly very, very worried about it. But I'm hoping that they're basically just going to be very respectful about the original. And I have a lot of hopes for this. I'm hoping that it's going to be good. The director said he didn't want to go down the road that Dragon Ball Evolution went down. All this being said, I'm going to watch this movie, and I'm going to watch it from two different perspectives. I'm going to watch it as a fan of Death Note, someone that has seen the anime adaptations and seen the Japanese live-action movies and knows the original story. And I'm also going to watch it just as a fan of suspense and thriller films, just to see if overall, not including all the backstory that should be involved, is this going to be a good movie? The movie is scheduled for release in August of 2017. I believe it's August 25th. When the movie comes out, I will watch it, and I probably will post a review video on this channel to let you know what I thought, and maybe we can have a conversation together on what everybody thought about this movie. That being said, I'm honestly hoping that this movie does really, really well, and I can't wait to watch it. I'm scared, but I can't wait to watch it. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video, like and favorite, and hopefully this is going to be a good movie. Right, Elle? He's nervous. Say bye, Elle. Bye.